And we are live. What's going on, gentlemen? How are you guys doing? Windy day in the UK. It's cold. It's dark. It's pretty shitty over here, man. But we'll talk some boxing. Biggest fight of the year goes down this weekend. I'm really looking forward to it, man. I can't lie. Really am looking forward to it. Should be a great night of boxing. Great event. Plenty of drama in store. And a decent undercard, Great co-main event. And some things to look out for beneath that as well. So, looking forward to this weekend, I really am. And we've got tomorrow off, so we're all good, man. We're all good over here. Hang on 1 second. Let me just make sure I've got all my shit sorted. There we go. Edit that shit. Get rid of that. Okie dokie. We'll wait for some people to get in. We'll talk some boxing. No real plan to this live stream, as always. You know how it goes. We don't plan. We don't read off a script. Not when we're live streaming, anyway. We're getting buzzed up. What's going on here? We're getting buzzed up. Is it a FOT or not? Let's have a look. FOT or not? What do you reckon? We'll have a look. 1 second. Oh, it's not. Don't worry. Fuck's sake. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Crazy D3 with a super chat. What's going on, man? Thank you very much. That's very quick. Hopefully you've had a good week so far. Weekend's coming up. Like I've said, we've got a 3-day weekend coming up. We've got tomorrow off. Been a long, long week. So looking forward to it, man. On Saturday, going around the old boy's house. A few of the lads coming over, watching the boxing, getting some beers in, having some takeaway. Just a good time, man. Just a good time. And that is the best way to really watch a big fight, in all honesty, with your friends, even if they know fuck all about boxing, it's just a good time. It's a really good time. So I'm looking forward to it, looking forward to it. We've got Stephen Lawler in the chat. He was the first man in here. Shout out to Stephen Lawler, coming in, supporting straight away. Crazy D3 again with that super chat. Thank you very much, sir. Box in the chat. Look at Box. He's always here. Shout out to Box. George Taylor, he's supporting AJ. He's saying, come on, AJ. It's going to be a really, really tense night for both sets of fans, whether you're a Ruiz fan or an AJ fan. I can genuinely see a way both guys win. But I'm leaning towards Anthony Joshua in the narrowest of margins. I've debated my pick. I've even thought of actually redoing my prediction and making an updated version and changing my mind. But yeah, I'm going to stick with Joshua. Ultimately, everything's in his favor. Let's be honest about it. Home promotion and, you'd imagine the officiating will be on his side. If he makes the distance, chances are he wins the fight. And he can also make the adjustments where he can win the fight in a legitimate manner, in my opinion. It's not like Ruiz Jr. is this unbeatable heavyweight. I think it's obvious how to beat him. Look at the Parker fight, for example. In that fight, Parker showed a lot of things that Ruiz is poor at. On the outside, he's not a great boxer. He's not. He never took away Joseph Parker's jab from the outside. And on the outside, if Ruiz tries to box with you, he does leave himself open. So sometimes he'll be trying to jab from way too far out. And, being the shorter man for him, that can be to his detriment. I think he's open to the counter right hand over the top of his jab. And if Joshua can implement that, that's a shot for him. I mean, he was catching Ruiz Jr. early on with that shot, actually. The counter right hand over Ruiz's jab. When Ruiz would jab too far out, Joshua would counter. And he needs to do that more in this fight. If Joshua sees those openings, he needs to counter, take advantage of Ruiz's defensive flaws, because he does have defensive flaws. On the outside, like I said, I think he leaves a lot to be desired, mainly due to his stature. But, it's a really good fight, man. It's a really good fight. But, we know what Joshua shouldn't do. I don't think he needs to take center of a ring. I think it's too big of a risk. Don't punch with Ruiz Jr., whatever you do. If he does that, he plays into Ruiz Jr.'s hands. he needs to box I'll be honest, I think he needs to box a negative fight, or a more negative fight than we're used to seeing. You know, Joshua really needs to go back, watch tape of Lennox Lewis versus David Tua. I think that's the type of fight he needs to fight to beat Ruiz. If he can fight that fight, he will win. Because, you know, Ruiz Jr., like I said, not effective against that style, in my opinion. But, you know, can Joshua box that way for 12 rounds? Who knows? It's going to be interesting. The weight loss from Joshua, his mental state, you know, what's Ruiz Jr.'s mindset at? I mean, is he going to go in there with a mindset of, you know, he wants to continue being champion and to build a legacy? Or is he happy with what he's achieved? Is he going to go in there and think to himself, whatever happens here, I've made it. And, you know, regardless from whatever happens now as a bonus, that's the wrong mindset if it is the case. So there's a lot to consider, and it's a really good fight. Yo, we've missed some fucking chats. Some comments in the chat. Max Kuckerman in the chat. What's going on, Max? You are free. You're not going to be blocked here, son. No doubt about it. You're always welcome, man. You're always welcome. I don't think I rarely block people on this site. Unless somebody says something completely egregious where it's fucking stupid, I won't block you, man. You're fine. Will Camden in the chat. Do you think Anthony Joshua won the first couple of rounds in the first fight? I felt the first couple of rounds were very close. Ruiz Jr. was picking his shots fairly nicely when he was up close, landed a few sneaky body shots, but Joshua on the outside was landing some good jabs, and like I said, he was finding a home for that right hand over Ruiz's jab. First 2 rounds were very close. I could see it being scored either way personally. I think I might have scored the first round to Ruiz and the second to Joshua, but I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. But they were very close, in my opinion. Stephen Lawler, yes, sir. Hit the like, son. Hit the like. Yeah, everyone hit the like. Helps me out tremendously. And I'm not sure whether you can hear it, but it's fucking windy outside, man. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. But it's all good, man. We've got Junior in the chat. Shout out to Junior. What's going on, man? Max Kuckerman, he says Anthony Joshua lost all 7 rounds. I can genuinely see a way you can score it. You can score it that way, no doubt about it, because I certainly didn't give Joshua a round after round 2. And like I said, the first 2 were very close. So if you had Ruiz Jr. winning all of the rounds, I wouldn't call you crazy at all, to be honest. Maybe you preferred Ruiz's aggression in the first 2, which were close. You know, I can see it. I wouldn't call you crazy, no doubt. We got some fucking pop-up in the background, you know, it's pissing me off. Some antivirus shit. Fuck off, man. Fucking, oh, Jesus Christ. 1 second. Just announcing to the world I've got no antivirus. That's a good idea, but there we go. What can we do? George Michael in the chat. What is going on, George Michael? Hopefully you're having a good time. Hopefully you're going to enjoy your Christmas. But, you know, I'm going to hear your song played over and over again. Last Christmas. All that shit. But yeah, what's up, George Michael? How you doing? He says his will was slowly exhausted by 4 knockdowns. A 5th might be hard to take over and over. Yeah, I agree. What happens if he starts bad? What happens if Joshua hits the deck early on? You know, is he going to get flashbacks? Will he go back into his shell and try to survive? I mean, it's a tremendous, tremendous fight, you know. It's not even a great... I don't know whether it's a great fight because Ruiz Jr. won the first fight so clearly, but it's so interesting. It really is interesting, you know. We've got AA in the chat. He says AJ will jab and hold. As long as he doesn't get knocked down, he will get the points win. He's already 7 rounds up before the fight starts. I completely agree. To be honest, I could see him trying to replicate that Klitschko-type game plan. Jab, hold. He'll try and keep range when he can, and he'll try and neutralize Ruiz when Ruiz gets close. Maybe people will complain about the officiating. I mean, fun fact, Luis Pabon is refereeing this fight. He refereed Vladimir Klitschko versus Alexander Povetkin, which was an absolute disgrace of a fight. So if he lets Joshua get away with similar tactics, then who knows? Hopefully not. I don't want to see that type of fight. St. Britain, the chat. What's going on, man? Max Kuckerman with the super chat as well. Thank you very much, Max. Thank you very much. Yeah, and smash the like, lads. I'm doing a terrible fucking job of catching up with these comments, lads. You'd think I'd be good at it by now, but I'm not. I'm a fucking idiot. What can we say? What can we say? George Michael, this is an interesting comment. Did you hear Joey DeWaco say Makhmudov's power was similar to Wilder's? That was a wow for me to see. Yeah, I didn't see it, but I can believe it. To be honest, Makhmudov looks like he's got raw power. He's a massive dude. You know, that right hand contains fucking TNT. So I'm not surprised, to be honest. I'm really not surprised. It's funny you say that. Chris Arreola, he said something similar about Murat Gassiev in sparring. He said, and this was after Arreola fought Wilder and Vitali, he said Gassiev was the hardest puncher he ever shared a ring with. And that kind of made me think to myself, you know what, maybe Gassiev has a good chance at heavyweight because he's not cutting weight anymore. He had to cut a lot of weight to make cruiserweight. Theoretically, he should hit harder at heavyweight, you know, not being depleted. So, listen, injuries aside, if Gassiev can get back to his old self, I think he'll be a problem at heavyweight. I know I'm in the minority when I say that, but I think he'll have a good chance. Yo, what's up, Junior? Thank you for dropping by, man. Yeah, me and Unrivaled have been going back and forth a long time. Probably, 2 years now, I want to say. Yeah, man, he's got a good channel. A very good channel. He knows his stuff from the old days to now. You know, he's one of the best channels on here. And yeah, shout out to Unrivaled Boxing Talk and News. Big up. George Taylor, he says Al Heyman can't have all of the belts. It'll be bad for the sport. Yeah, that's a good point. But at the same time, like, I think whoever wins, I think you'll see one of these belts get vacated, especially if it's Ruiz. If Ruiz wins, I can see him vacating the IBF or the WBO because think about it. IBF, it's Pulev mandatory. WBO, it's Usyk mandatory. So is Ruiz going to fight these guys? I'm not sure. I think he'll want to get straight in there with Wilder, to be quite honest. But I could see some of these belts getting split up soon. I really can. Even Joshua, I wouldn't be surprised if he vacates the belt if he wins. Let me crack open a beverage. 5 points to the person who can guess what I'm drinking. 5 points. And yeah, sorry lads for not being as active recently. We've just been fucking busy. I would have liked to have made more videos, done more live streams and things like that, but just been really busy. You know how it is. You know how it is. Work and life, you know. Bizan and I agree. Ruiz is a better boxer, faster hands, better combination puncher, more experience as well. I think he's more of a natural boxer than Joshua, no doubt about it. Oh yeah, Will Camden, I wouldn't even bother, mate. So he says, this is from Will Camden, nearly had an argument with somebody at work when he said, because the judges had AJ winning the first two, must have mean he was winning that. And yeah, I know what you mean. So, and yeah, exactly. Like professional judges aren't fucking terrible. Yeah, exactly, Junior. Joshua needs to pull his finger out. He needs to box a disciplined fight. He can't get in his feelings. And like, thing is with Joshua, he's got a fighter's ego where if he gets hit, he'll try and hit you back, and that's his worst fucking trait. And even if he hits you, he'll try and rush you and finish you. And that was his undoing against Ruiz in the first fight. He dropped Ruiz, got overzealous, got caught, never recovered. Even before that, the Vladimir Klitschko fight, nearly blew his load trying to get the finish. The Dillian White fight was battering Dillian White in round 1. Round 2, tried to do the same, got gassed, got caught with a left hook, got hurt. Joshua's got a fighter's ego. He needs to keep it in check with this fight because he can't afford to give Ruiz stupid opportunities. He really can't. Even if he thinks he's got Ruiz hurt, he needs to be very cautious because Ruiz is Ruiz is very explosive, you know. One wrong move he can counter, and that could be it. Or the fight could be drastically changed, you know. Yeah, we are fucking well far behind. Okay, let me fucking read these chats. Sorry, man. In regards to the drink, Unrivaled Boxing Talk and News, GB Boxing, Tone, they got it right. I am drinking Stella, but we're not wearing a fucking wife beater. We're okay. We're not going to go out on a mad one. Yeah, we've got 99 Boxing in the chat, aka Boxing Squared. Shout out to Boxing Squared. Check his channel out. I'm sure you've all heard of Boxing Squared by now. If you haven't, what the fuck are you doing? You know? What are you doing? Jesus. Yeah, we've got Gypsy Boxing Style in the chat, one of the BDA guys. Shout out to Gypsy. The Quags in the chat as always. And that's what I'm saying, Quags. I think Gassier at heavyweight will be better than people expect. Maybe I'm wrong. He could be fucking shit. But I think he'll do okay. I really do. Crazy D3, Arslanbek Makhmudov is a heavyweight prospect from Russia. I think he's like 9 or 10-0, all knockouts. He's an interesting prospect with very good power. That's all I will say. A bit flawed defensively, but certainly going to be in some fun fights. No doubt about it, man. Yeah, everyone's saying, well, most people are saying Stella. George Taylor's saying Fruit Shoot. No, sir. Tysky. Team Groves, do you think Tom Little has any type of chance? Nope. Fuck and all, to be quite honest. Slim to none, and Slim just left town. Exactly, the Quags. Drinking gallons of wife beater. What more do you want on a Thursday night when you've got no work on Friday? Got a day off, so what more do you want, man? Duck saying almond milk. What are you saying, Duck? My favourite Dutchman. Super malt. Fucking hell. BG London, he's saying Heineken. I do like Heineken. Unrivaled Boxing Talk and News. He is greeting boxing style. Yeah, by the way, check out Unrivaled. Check out Gypsy Boxing Style as well. Good dudes, man. I don't always agree with everybody, man, but I like these guys, man. Gypsy, Unrivaled, Boxing Squared, all of these guys are great channels, man. J Bird in the chat. Shout out to J Bird. L Dog's got a $250 bet on Tom Little. Fucking hell. You've not got a $250 bet on Tom Little, surely. Surely. You'd be better off fucking, I don't know, mate. Oh, Jesus Christ. 250 quid. Fuck me. Dollars, sorry, on Tom Little. I think he'll get starched. Mazadov was a great amateur. I know his first fight was a bit iffy, to be honest, but he'll take care of Tom Little, man. Tom Little, he's a good journeyman, but that's it. Okay, that Little won't make the distance. Sorry, L-Dog. I thought you meant you bet on Tom Little to win the fight. I was like, fucking hell, you're brave. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we've got Mr. Pigeon Mike Tyson in the chat. You've been creating quite a name for yourself, I see. Shout out to Mr. Pigeon. I was watching, I saw you in the chat the other day on BDA. He was getting those bites, man. Under your duvet. Max Kuckerman, AJ looks sickly. Yeah, he looks a lot thinner. He looks, in his face, he looks just more lean, I guess. You can see his fucking cheekbones. He looks gaunt. Yeah, I do agree. He does look a bit gaunt. But we'll see how he looks on fight night. I've always thought Joshua probably is best at around the low 240s. You know, the Parker weight, the Brazil weight, you know, that sort of weight, around 242, 243, in and around that weight. Bit less muscle mass, bit more speed. It'll be interesting to see his weight. That's what I'm looking forward to most in regards to the weigh-in. I want to see his weight and how he looks on the scale. Yo, Unrivaled, I'll drop a link in a minute, bruv. I'm not going to stay on for too long. I'd say till about 10 o'clock, 10:30, but But yeah, we'll drop a link in a second. Boxing style, who have you guys got for Povetkin versus Michael Hunter? I'm leaning towards Michael Hunter on points. Just think he'll be a bit too fresh. I like his versatility, good feet, quick hands, good combination puncher, nice jab. He can fight at pretty much every range. He's pretty comfortable on the inside, good at mid-range, very good on the outside. I think he'll be a bit too fresh for Povetkin. However, Povetkin can punch, he's experienced, and Hunter does sometimes switch off. Like even in the Kuzmin fight where he won by a landslide, at times he was like holding his feet, getting caught with left hooks. You really don't want to be giving Povetkin those opportunities. So I'm taking Hunter on points. But would I be shocked if Povetkin won this fight by knockout? Absolutely not. It's a really good fight. Crazy D3, man. He's coming back with another super chat, praying that Ty Booth turns up in Saudi Arabia. That would be amazing. Team Groves, neither do I. I don't see Joshua coming below 240. I'd like to see low 240s personally. 241 to 243, in and around that weight. Yeah, George Michael. I think Povetkin Hunter could be a good fight because Michael Hunter's a guy. When people say stick and move and box on the back foot, I think Hunter does it properly. He'll do it with a lot of punch output. He won't run. He'll throw combinations. You know, he's not a negative fighter by any means, and I think he should gel quite well with Povetkin's style. I think that's a really good fight. Duck saying rap for us. No, sir. No, sir. Damn, L-Dog is saying 238 for AJ. Fucking hell, that's a low weight. That is a low weight. That'd be his lowest weight in years. I know some of his come-up fights, he was like the high 230s. I think against Matt Legg, he was 236, 237, something like that. So it's possible. It is possible, but yeah. Stephen Lawler, Kugan Cassius, Tom Little, and Ty Booth need to do an interview. Yeah, Tom Little's a good guy, but he's going to get fucking squashed this weekend, man. He's going to get squashed, no doubt about it. Dark says 241 for AJ. I think I agree. In and around that weight. N Ford, he's saying, I get the impression AJ's plan is to start exchanging with Ruiz in the pocket. If that's the case, man, I think that's suicide, bro. I really do. I think that gives Ruiz Jr. all the chances in the world to do what he did first fight. Obviously, Joshua's a big lump. If he lands a punch, he could knock Ruiz out. But I think most times, if he exchanges with Ruiz, he's going to come off second best. So, I mean, yeah, I think Joshua's going to try to be fairly conservative in this fight. Obviously, you can't, but you need to draw the line. You can't be super negative to the point where you're fucking losing rounds. But I think you'll try and maintain that distance a lot better in this fight. You know, try to exploit some of those defensive flaws from Ruiz on the outside. Because, like I said, Ruiz on the outside isn't effective. I don't care what anybody says. He's not. He's really not. Usyk's a road warrior, yes, sir. No doubt about it. Povetkin's running on fumes, I agree. I felt against Huey Fury, he won the fight clearly, but I mean, even in that fight, a low pace fight, he was gassing. Like Huey Fury wasn't making him work. Do you know what I mean? And he was gassing in that fight. So against a high output guy like Michael Hunter, a guy who's creative with his offense, a guy who can work the body, I mean, yeah, Povetkin, I think he needs to land one big shot to win this fight. I don't think Povetkin can beat Hunter on points at this stage, to be honest. Gypsy boxing style, interesting point. If Joshua lost weight, he'll be knockout prone. I don't know, to be honest. I mean, if he had like a weight loss camp where he's shed a load of weight, yeah, potentially his body could be weaker. But if it's natural, as in like he's not lifted as much weights and he's only been doing boxing training and the weights come off naturally, I don't really think it'll affect much. If he's deliberately lost a lot of weight quickly, though, then yeah, it could definitely hamper his punch resistance. Yeah, we've got Theolemus Lofi in the chat. Shout out to him. Box Clever in the chat as well. Shout out to Box Clever. Yeah, Team Groves, it's funny you say that. I was thinking that to myself this week, actually. So Team Groves says, I feel like Ruiz has gone from being criminally underrated to now somewhat overrated. Yeah, I agree. I do agree. It's like people are acting like Ruiz is now the new Mike Tyson. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, Joseph Parker beat this guy. I know some people felt Ruiz won. I did. I personally didn't. Never took Parker's jab away. You know, was second best on the outside. Ruiz is a good fighter. Don't get it twisted. But he's no Mike Tyson. He's no fucking... He's no unbeatable guy. We've seen that already. So, I don't know, man. Yeah, I know what you mean. He's a very good fighter, but he's beatable. He's beatable. SSB28, does AJ need to lose weight or change his body shape? There's a difference. You're right. You are right. Like, Joshua could weigh 250. Like, yeah, I know what you mean. Like, I think it's more muscle mass. Like, he could replace some muscle mass with fat. I still think he'll be more mobile for it, to be quite honest. I really do. Yeah, that's what I heard, George Taylor. So Joshua said he lost weight because he was focused solely on boxing training. He wasn't trying to lose weight. Yeah, exactly. He wasn't like trying to maintain his weight or add more muscle. He was literally just boxing, you know, doing boxing training. And that's why he's lost weight, because he's not been touching the heavyweights. So I think that's good for him personally. I really do. Yeah, Duck, that's what I'm saying. Again, one thing I've noticed, Duck, with boxing fans, if people say something enough, it becomes true. All I'll say is go back and watch that fight. It was very close. If you scored it, if you honestly scored it to Ruiz, wouldn't call you crazy. 7-5 either way. But I felt in a lot of the rounds which were quiet, Parker was actually using his jab and picking up the rounds. On the outside, Parker was in charge. When they was up close, Ruiz was having success, but Ruiz's success was too few and far in between. So I had Parker winning, but I can see how you would score it to Ruiz. Don't get me wrong, but the whole robbery notion, absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Yeah, BG, you're right. Ruiz has never took a beating in his career. Yeah, like I said, the Parker fight was close. Yeah, Gypsy, I agree with Ruiz. I mean, this guy's always been that way. And like you say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I think it'd be stupid for Ruiz to try and change that now. I really do. Yeah, George, I thought Taylor won. No, I know George Michael. Ruiz is a very good fighter. He is. He's a very good fighter. But I do think some people have gone over the top a little bit. But, you know, he's a very good fighter. He's good at what he does. If you play into his hands, you know, he can beat you up. But if you really try to exploit those weaknesses, I think he can be beat. Yeah, Max, I agree. Joshua doesn't have a great chin. There's no way weight loss can help his chin. It could possibly hurt his punch resistance. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I don't think Joshua's got a great chin, but at the same time, I don't think his chin's terrible, to be honest. I mean, if his chin was terrible, I think he would have got knocked out by Klitschko, to be honest. I mean, even the Povetkin fight, he was taking a lot of shots in that fight. And he did get hurt, but if he had a really bad chin, I think these guys would have knocked him out, personally. I don't think his chin is bad. I think a lot of Joshua's problem is, number one, he's got overrated defense. His defense really isn't that good. And when he's hurt, he's got no idea how to react. He doesn't hold. He'll back up in straight lines. He's got terrible body language when he gets hurt. He's got an awful poker face. And that's something important in boxing. When you're hurt, you need to disguise it. You know, if you can kind of trick your opponent into believing you're not hurt, then he's not going to try and jump on you. Joshua can't do that. He's terrible when he's hurt. He really is. He's awful. But I don't think his chin is bad. Like Team Grove said, I think it's more of a combination of defense, stamina, things like that. Yeah, that's how I see it. Yeah, Max, I agree. I think if Povetkin was a bit younger, I think he would have beaten Joshua as well. I really do. And like Prime Povetkin was better than Ruiz. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, Jay Bird, I agree, bro. I agree. Yeah, George Michael, Golovkin's poker face is very good. The only fight where I've seen Golovkin visibly hurt and he can't disguise it was the Derevinchenko fight when he took that body shot. That's the only time I've seen Golovkin show that he's been hurt. That's the only time. AKS 99, what would your betting advice be on AJ versus Ruiz? To be honest with you, I have thought about making betting videos, but I've kind of held back because I wouldn't really like to hear that people lost their money based on my opinion. But I mean, you've got to go with Ruiz. I mean, he won the first fight in one-sided fashion, and he's still the underdog. Just by betting odds, I would put money down on Ruiz. Whether I'm picking Joshua or not, I would probably put money down on Ruiz. No doubt about it. No doubt. Yeah, just know that I'm a complete stranger online. Yes, sir, to steal Dwyer's phrase. That is one of the best fucking catchphrases in the YTBC. I've actually been watching Dwyer videos recently. Really enjoy his content. I've been subbed to Dwyer for years, man. Like probably 2012 maybe I subbed to Dwyer first time, I guess. But yeah, crazy shit. Crazy. Man. Yeah, it's fucking windy outside, lads. It's crazy. Yo, smash the like, lads, by the way. Helps us out big time. Really does. And yeah, we've got 43 people in here. A lot of people are interested in Joshua Ruiz. If Mark comes back in the chat, I'll drop him a link. Yeah, AA boxing and blunts. If Joshua doesn't get the stoppage, I think even though it'll be 1-1, Ruiz will still have a hold over AJ. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. See, I don't think the manner of victory is important for Joshua. As long as it's fair, I think that's all that matters, to be honest. A lot of people are saying Joshua needs to win in good fashion to rebuild his brand. I think any type of win that is fair will be it's a great kudos to Joshua, really, for rebounding the way he did. You know? So I'm not really one of those people who says that Joshua needs to win by knockout or he needs to do this, he needs to do that. He just needs to fucking win. Do you know what I mean? He needs to win. Anyway, there's Unrival's link. Crazy D3. Canelo could realistically outbox Wilder for a few rounds, though. Yeah, he probably could, you know. He probably could. He probably could. Hang on, we've got Unrivaled in the building. Let's get him in here. Is he in?
I'm in, yeah.
He's in. Oh, hang on. Yeah, you sound... Oh, yeah, I've got different headphones. I'm about to say you sound fucking different, but I realised I've got fucking different headphones.
No, man, I'm on my phone. I've got a new phone.
Okay, might be that as well, then. How you doing?
Yeah, man, I'm doing grand. I'm trying to wonder... Am I allowed to swear? Have you been swearing?
Oh yeah, I've been swearing, mate. I started the stream kind of professional.
Monetized long ago.
Yeah.
All right. Fuck. There we go.
Yeah, I don't think this is even monetized, to be fair.
My
But
streams are immediately demonetized the second I call it.
yeah, it's fucking random though, because I've done fucking solos where I've just I've just cussed, yeah, and it gets demonetized. I've had streams with you on where we've talked about really fucking random crazy shit and it's not been demonetized. So I've got no fucking idea, to be honest with you.
Fuck.
So fuck, cunt, shit, wanker, twat, cunt, faggot, shit, cunt, bastard.
The
Got it
fact
all out my
is that
system.
you
There we
don't.
go.
Dirty, rotten, faggot ass scoundrel Jew. Done.
Oh dear. BG London. Dwyer's betting recommendations are terrible. Just do the opposite. Laugh out loud. Big up Dwyer, man. Big up Dwyer.
Dwyer's got insider tips. It's true though. Like if you take it like this, Dwyer gives you 92% winners if you back against him.
Banter.
It's true though.
Yeah, Stephen Lawler, he's saying Dell Unrivaled and Revolution should write a Christmas song. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
What would we call that?
Fuck me. A Bat Jabber's Christmas. I've got no fucking clue.
That's
Jesus.
I'd prefer to call it when Bat Jabber met Stella.
Yeah, when Bat Jabber met Stella. Yeah, fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
Poked in the ribs with a baseball bat.
So I've seen you've made your prediction video. I've not watched it yet. Who are you picking? I will watch it, but who are you picking?
I mean, it's no secret based on the amount of views I'm getting who I'm picking. Nah. I've got AJ on decision.
So have I.
You've got AJ on decision?
Close points win where he goes through some bad moments, but he'll win it, I think, on points.
Yeah, it's gonna be awkward. It's gonna be a hard one. I've gone for it myself. Especially when I've seen the referee and the judges, and I've seen what I was expecting AJ to come in lighter. He's gonna try and stick a move. Yeah, just kind of lining up for a points win, innit?
That's what I'm saying. If Joshua makes that distance, he's going to win, unless he gets dropped multiple times. But it's set up for Ruiz needs a knockout, in my opinion. You know, I think Joshua's going to be a lot more cautious, a lot more cagey. He's going to be using those legs, going to use that long reach, and he'll try and take the sting out of Ruiz Jr. Like, it's no secret how to beat Ruiz. It's obvious. Joshua he's got the advantage, like the physical attributes to do it. You know, he just needs to put it together. If he does, he should win the fight. It's just whether he can do stamina-wise and concentration-wise and things like that. I think it's been drilled into him.
I think making Ruiz engage him instead of him engaging Ruiz is the biggest key too. Because Andy, when he can't really cut the ring off too well, no matter what he's trying to say, he's shit at it. And the other thing is, when you come towards him, that's when he's so dangerous because he's faster than you.
Totally agree.
If you initiate, you're fucked. If he's initiating, he has to get into your range, and he doesn't know how to do that properly. You going into his range is perfect for him.
I totally agree. When Ruiz chases a fight, he's on the outside. He'll try and jab his way in. He'll throw the jab from way too far out. He's open for the right hand over the jab. Joshua was catching him with it in the first fight, in the first couple of rounds. But you're right. If Joshua can make Ruiz take the lead and make him chase the fight, he can walk Ruiz onto some nice shots because Ruiz doesn't come in low. He doesn't come in with a great defense. He's quite open. You know, he can be hit. I mean, Joshua obviously needs to. He needs to fight a disciplined fight to do that. But I think he's got the advantages. He's got the ability to do it. So, I mean, I think a lot of people, man, I do think some people have overrated Ruiz a bit since the first fight, to be honest.
I don't blame them, though. It's hard not to when you look at the fight and how it went.
Yeah.
Like, if you really think about it, at that point, no matter what anyone was saying about who's the best heavyweight in the world, Andy Ruiz beat the most proven heavyweight in the world.
He did. But my point is, like, I think it made everyone forget Ruiz's other fights. So the loss to Parker, where he never took Parker's jab away. even the Tor Hammer fight where he was trying to chase the fight and he was getting pieced up.
Yeah,
he had no defense in that fight.
Him against Tor Hammer.
Yeah,
that's a great fight, by the way, for anyone who hasn't watched it. That's a barn burner.
It's a very good fight. But my point is, like, he's got his flaws.
He's got heavy flaws, but he also has like, for example, when he steps off a jab, he can't fire a counter, but when he leans off a jab, you're fucked. So, I mean, he brings up different things. There's lots to him. I mean, he leaves that hole when he steps backwards for you to burst in, but he himself, one of his biggest things is the way he's able to bring you into his range just by bending his knees half an inch.
Yeah.
He's very good at making half an inch of space in the pocket. And he's also very good at freeing himself up off of people's jabs. So he'll come forward, step back, and as you reload, he'll get into your space. He's good at that.
And another thing with Ruiz, Joshua needs to be careful of, and I don't know who mentioned it, but when I heard it, I totally agreed and it made sense. But if Joshua does try and fight safety first, jab and clinch, Joshua needs to be very fucking careful when he exits the clinch, because Ruiz is a very explosive fighter. Yeah, like he can take advantage when you leave a clinch kind of thing. Like he can catch you with a left hook, exiting or something like that. So Joshua would need to be careful even in those circumstances. So Ruiz is dangerous, man. Don't get it twisted. But I see Joshua winning on points, a close points win. He'll get hurt, I think, at some point. Joshua, I think he'll get hurt, but I think he'll do a better job coming through it this time, and he'll get the win. But I've second guessed my pick all fucking week long, so I'm not confident at all. Are you confident in your pick?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm not. Fucking hell.
Of course I'm fucking not, man. I'm bricking at my channels on the timeline.
That's not on the fucking line. Jesus Christ.
Nah, it's not.
What about so what do you think of the undercard, man? I like the card, man. I do like the card.
I love the card, actually. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even give a fuck about Pacheco or anything like that. I'm just talking the heavyweights, you know what I mean? Like the 5 main fights on the card, if you get me. I like Little Majidov. I like that fight.
Yep.
I mean, is Little a step up from Ed Fountain? I don't think so. I think it's kind of the same level opponent.
Yeah.
I'd love to see a Tom Little and Ed Fountain fight, actually. I think that'd be highly competitive.
Yeah, that's the level, in it? They're at kind of thing.
Yeah. Majidov, he was dropped. So it is what it is. How many rounds is Molina going to go with Hrgovic? Or is Hrgovic going to try and fight for rounds? Because he has done that.
Yeah. Some fights he's kind of fucking seek and destroy. Other times he's more relaxed behind that jab. Yeah.
I'm going to box your head off for most of the fight and then in the last round get triple jabbed up by fucking Big Sexy.
I think he'll try and make a statement, personally, on this card. I really do. I expect him to
make a statement, to be honest. I'm predicting round 4. If he goes for it.
I'm probably going round 3.
Yeah, Molina will try and survive. If Molina just shells up, that's it. It's over. Let's see. I'll be honest. You know me. I'm not one of these guys who really gives a shit about fighters who are big names, but just keeping up appearances. I don't care about White versus Vac. I don't care about it.
Yeah.
It's a foregone conclusion. Unless Dillian's gone completely shot in the last 6 months due to stress, he's beating the dog crap out of Marty's back. That's it. It's over.
He's like a punching bag with legs, isn't it? Let's be honest.
What legs?
Yeah, exactly.
You can't move those things.
He's like a fucking. He's like. Put it this way. He's like. I was gonna make a Stephen Hawkins joke. It's like, nah, we won't go there. But...
Did you see his new Barnett though?
Yeah, I know, right?
Looking like a hipster geography teacher.
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
The Aryan Brotherhood geography teacher right there. I don't care about that. Hunter versus Povetkin, you know how I feel about both those fighters.
It's a great fight. It's a fucking great fight. Hunter on points.
Huh?
Hunter on points for me, but again, Povetkin's got a good chance. A very good chance.
My prediction's a little out there. I've actually got Hunter to stop Povetkin.
I think Shepherd of Sun said that. I don't think it's out of the realms of possibility due to the accumulation and how badly Povetkin was gassing against Huey. Huey was doing fucking nothing. He wasn't
gassing against Huey, but here's the thing: he was getting tired against Huey. But here's the other thing: Huey doesn't throw anywhere near the level of amount of punches that Hunter.
And body shots.
And then people were like, "Yeah, well, he couldn't stop Kuzman." So, did anybody see Kuzman against Price?
Exactly.
Price was landing bombs, and they were just bouncing off them like they didn't even exist.
Yeah, Kuzman's got a good chin, and he's fresher than Povetkin.
And he's got an engine.
Wars. Yeah, exactly. But I've got Hunter on points in that one. But, you know, you never rule Povetkin out in that type of fight. He's got a puncher's chance, no doubt about it.
More than a puncher's chance. I know people are saying Michael Hunter's a much better boxer, but if Michael Hunter can't negate Povetkin's like double jab, the paw into the stiff jab before making his lunge, that's it. He's lost the fight.
Yeah, there's a good chance of it.
If he can't negate that, Povetkin on the front foot is as good as anybody is on the back foot.
He is very good on the front foot. And yeah, he's well rounded, man. He really is. Counter puncher on the front foot. He's got a beautiful jab. He really does. Like, he's a very good fighter, Povetkin.
And there is a startling flaw with Hunter, Dell. A startling. When he's got time to do what he wants to do, that's it. He can do whatever. Povetkin's a rusher. When Hunter gets rushed, he overworks his feet and they go off balance. Give me one fighter in the heavyweight division you don't want to be off balance against.
100%. And I mentioned it against Kuzman. He done that against Kuzman several times, and he got caught with a left hook. You don't want to be giving Povetkin that same left hook, bruv. You really don't. Do you know what I mean?
Like, if Povetkin dives in on you, throwing a left hook, and you're off balance, you're going down.
Yeah, 100%.
And I could see a couple of when people like he can't outbox Hunter. He can make rounds tight and he can win 4 or 5 rounds, right? He could. Easy. If he picks up 4 rounds, do you think it's out of the realms of possibilities, like 4 or 5 rounds, that Povetkin can get 2 drops?
No.
And if that's the case, that's the difference in the fight.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
One of these fights that could go. I actually think Povetkin can win on points very closely, split decision, and he can stop Hunter. And I think Hunter has more of a chance of outpointing Povetkin, but depending on age and accumulation and how Povetkin is, with 2 back-to-back training camps, Hunter can win this via stoppage.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it's a all results and the draw are all likely.
It's a fascinating fight. It really is, man. And the winner deserves a big fight, as far as I'm concerned.
Do you know what I'd like the winner to get?
Go on.
In all honesty, I'd like to see the winner have a pay-per-view fight in the UK against White.
Yeah. Yo, Povetkin White. Imagine that.
Oh, that's a beaut.
See, I've always wanted to see, Povetkin fucking Chisora. That's a fight I've always wanted to see. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Give the loser to Parker.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There's fights out there for all these guys, man. Like, I think Povetkin might retire, though, if he loses. I really do. I think he'll call it a day. So, I don't think he'll stick around if he loses, man. But Hunter obviously will. So, yeah, it's a great fight, man. But I've got...
Imagine Povetkin wins, right? And you have Povetkin White, and on the undercard, you've got Parker versus Hunter.
That's a sick card. It's a really good card.
I don't know how to predict those fights.
No, neither do I. Yeah, and by the way, we've got Eubank Jr. Korobov this weekend.
We also have Ancajas in action and Emmanuel Navarrete making his 4th defense this year.
He's been fighting mad regular.
Yeah, 4th of the year. 4th defense of his title this year.
Yeah. Navarrete's a good fighter, man. He's a really good fighter.
Good.
I think he's the best in that weight class, to be honest.
He clears it out. He beats the dog out of Ray Vargas.
Yep, agreed.
And Danny Roman.
I think Danny will give him some moments, but I agree. It's too big. He's just too big.
His opponent's bigger than him this weekend.
Yeah. Is he? He's actually bigger? Fucking hell.
Yeah, he's an inch taller than him.
Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. But yeah, Eubank, Korobov, who you got? I think it's a good fight, you know. I really do. I think it's a risky fight from a matchmaking perspective. Because Korobov he does things that theoretically trouble Eubank. So I was surprised when they made it, to be honest.
It really depends on two things. Like, I don't know if they're gonna I don't even know how to say this without sounding like a conspiracy theorist. But what if they fuck Eubank over no matter what on the cards to make Charlo's win over Korobov look better?
I don't know, man. I think they must fucking realise, but they're at a point now with Charlo where they've tried to hype this guy up. It's not worked. Nobody's buying it. You know, the guy needs a Eubank type fight. So
I think Eubank wins on points against Korobov. Korobov ain't stopping Eubank.
No.
If it goes to decision, I think it'll be a close fight. And
yeah.
I think Eubank may win an accumulation.
Yeah, maybe even a controversial points win, but I'm going with Eubank on points.
But accumulation. He ain't stopping Eubank. That chin is dynamite, man. I'm gonna be honest. His chin is dynamite.
His chin's very good, Eubank Jr. Yeah, he's got his dad's chin, no doubt about it. I like Eubank Jr. more than most, man, personally, but I think it's a good fight for him to take. I've got no problem with it at all. And he's been calling out Charlo.
I'd love to see him fight Charlo. In all honesty, respect to either guy in that fight. That's a good fight. It's a competitive fight.
Yeah, I'm going to go with... I think it's an upset. I'd go with Eubank. Crazy, but I'm taking Eubank. I think he'll beat Charlo.
Stop Charlo.
Yeah, like Eubank... Sorry, Charlo... He's not as elusive as Billy Joe. Not as tricky. He's not as physically imposing as George Groves. He's a straight up and down fighter with a decent jab, a decent right hand, and a left hook. How's he going to keep Eubank off him?
I'll tell you this, and this is being honest. Charlo loses his main attribute that people talk about against Eubank. He's not more athletic than Chris Eubank.
He's not. No.
Eubank gets on top of him, it's good night. I'm being honest.
It's a hell of a fight.
And look what Eubank did to Yildirim, man. Eubank's been improving.
Yeah, Eubank is nowhere near as bad as people make out.
People make him out to be. No, he's a good fighter. Yeah, there are some problems with him. But every fighter does have flaws. I mean, let's be real. He did much, much, much better against Billy Joe Saunders, right? Than David Lemieux did.
Agreed.
He did better against Billy Joe Saunders than Andy Lee did.
Yeah.
These are good fighters.
Like, even the George Groves fight, hear me out. It was a clear George Groves win. Easy win in terms of points. But that was a physically hard fight for Groves. It ruined him.
I think he retired George Groves before Smith even got to him.
Yeah, it ruined him, arguably. So he's a tough physical proposition for anybody. And he was undersized at 168. So going back down to middleweight, I think this guy's going to be a problem, especially with middleweight now. Golovkin on the way out. Canelo's not going to see that weight class again. This dude will be a problem. I really do believe that. I'm not saying he beats everybody. I'm not, but he'll beat some guys down there, no doubt. No doubt in my mind.
People to accept that next year Canelo's fighting Billy Joe Saunders.
Yep, 168 is happening.
And people are like, well, why is he doing that? Oh, he won't fight Andrade. Blah, blah, blah. The reason he's doing that is so that he can legitimize his claim to being a 4-weight world champion.
Yep, and I'll be honest. You know I'm not a Canelo fan, but I wouldn't be mad at Billy Joe fight, to be honest. I wouldn't be mad.
It's a good fight. I prefer it at Billy Joe at 160 on Exilafrene, but it is what it is.
Yeah, the fat Billy Joe at 168. Yeah, he's not really going to cut it, but I'll still watch it.
Bruh, he was losing to a bum.
Yeah, he was getting fucking pieced up. I had him losing that fight.
Everybody has to live in that fight.
Yeah.
A bum.
He looks terrible, man. He looks absolutely terrible recently. Against boss man at Stevenage, the old kebab shop owner. Isafi, man.
Shifa.
Yeah, Shifa. He got fucking hurt. Jesus Christ. Like Billy Joe's, he's a fucking slob. Like he's got talent, he's got ability, but we've said that since he's fucking turned pro, man.
Do you ever notice when Tom Little's doing interviews and laughing and everything, it looks like Billy Joe has possessed Bane's body.
I know, right? I know, yeah. Fucking hell. That Tom Little's a joker. I can't lie.
A lot of people are like, oh, this dude's a fucking pleb on IFL TV. I'd be sitting there rolling, man. He's an absolute fucking legend.
See, I find him more entertaining than Dave Allen, personally. I think he's more genuine with it. I don't know. He's always been that way, Tom Little, even when he was a nobody. Like fighting at Prize Fighter.
What? Even when he was a nobody, he still is a nobody.
Well, he still is, but he's a bit of an IFL sweetheart now, I guess. Do you know what I mean? Like when do you remember that guy fought on Prize Fighter, like fucking with James Toney and all those lot. Been around a long time.
He's been around a long time, and he's got like 20 fights.
Yeah, I know. Madness, man. Yeah, madness. We got loads of fights this weekend. Fucking Lemieux's fighting some scrub. He's fighting Berserk, actually, I think. He's not terrible.
There's even a fight on tonight, isn't there?
Don't know, mate.
Barossa, I think, is fighting against Ulesi.
Oh, Ulesi. Yeah, Ulesi's quite decent.
He is, actually, you know.
He beat fucking, what's his face? Old, the fucking Jew guy. Hebrew Hammer. What's his name? Cletus Seldin. He beat the fuck out of him. Jew guy. But yeah.
A fucking Jew guy.
He looked decent that night, and he's never really pushed on. HBO tried to hype that guy, man. Fucking hell.
Who, Cletus Seldin?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny, isn't it?
That's fucking terrible, mate. Jesus Christ. Fuck me. Out of all the fighters, man, fucking hell.
Of all the fighters you're trying to fight, Cletus Seldin.
He's got a funny ass name, and that's really it. He's got a weird defense. He looks like he's come straight out of the fucking 1890s. Do you think this fucking, I don't know.
Yeah, the 1890s are insulted. He came out of 1922.
Yeah, man. He's fucking terrible. And he beat Zab Judah, man. He beat the piss out of an ancient Zab Judah. That's his claim to fame. Fucking hell.
So
useless.
It's a sad claim to fame because Zab was really hurt.
He was really hurt, man. He was fucked up. And Zab Judah wanted the fucking drug test results to be released, but I don't think they ever were. So make of that what you will, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to this weekend. I really am. Gonna chill, get some beers in with the mates, watch the Joshua fight. Watching it with a load of fucking casuals, but it's always fun. You know?
I'm commentating on it myself.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. Last time I watched it, like everyone literally fell asleep apart from me and some other geezer, and like he's like a Joshua fan. He's not a boxing fan, but he likes Joshua. And he was silent the whole way through, man. It's crazy. But it's madness. Looking forward to it. I'm fucking pleased it's at a reasonable time this time around, though.
Here's one for you, right? I've been asking a few people this. What do you think of the location?
I mean, I've got no issue.
Not about money, but the fact that they don't have a boxing commission over there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a bit dodgy.
I believe it's Malaysia or Japan.
Yeah, more than likely one of those two.
It's one of them.
You would hope Japan.
If it's Malaysia doesn't actually operate under the UNESCO code.
Come again? What the fuck is that?
The UNESCO code is the ruling of WADA.
Ah, okay.
You can use any drug you want in Malaysia. That's why Pacquiao Matisse was there, and Pacquiao came in looking like Jack the Ripper.
Okay, now that's what Gerald Miller. I know it's Gerald Miller, so grain of salt or fucking massive wheelbarrow full of salt. But he was saying there's no drug testing. But fucking hell, I'm not surprised.
Do you remember when Joshua? Who did he fight before Ruiz?
Povetkin.
Right. Do you remember that's when Eddie Hearn started talking about Avada and all of his tests, and he was doing like 45 blood tests and all that shit?
Yeah.
Then against Miller, that he was doing like 20 tests, and against Ruiz, like 30 tests, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard a word about Anthony Joshua's drug testing this time around?
No, and it was no
fucking word.
Not one. It's been very quiet.
Speak louder than words do, and shutting your mouth is an action.
Totally agree. It's been very quiet on that side. Max Kuckerman, he's saying they took it there so Joshua can EPO up. Yeah, EPO. Yeah. If there's any PED that would help Joshua in this fight, it's EPO, in my opinion. But getting hooked up with Gerald Miller's pharmacist.
Yo, hook him up with Dominic Ingles nasal spray, man.
Yeah, made Billy Joe look like a fucking actual professional. Who'd have thought it? Fucking hell. Yo, is it fucking windy where you are? It's mad windy here, you know. Fucking crazy. It's pissing me off. Fucking spastic fucking winds, man. Yeah, I'm kind of wavy, by the way. I've had a few drinks. Do I sound it?
Yeah, you did when you said, "Oi, I'm fucking wavy." By the way, you don't need to fucking point it out. The only people who point that out are people who are fucking wavy.
Fucking hell. L Dog Joshua needs EPO and amphetamines. Fucking hell. Apparently, Box Clever. He's saying he's been tested 26 times. Who said that? I've never seen that. To be honest. Yeah, I've never seen it.
I'm not taking anybody's word for it. Where did you see that? What's the name of the video or the article?
Yeah, I'd like to see that, to be honest.
Because, yeah, I ain't seen that. So, come with sources. Come correct.
BG London, he's drinking some Remy Martin. I can't be mad at you for that. He's a man of sophistication and taste.
I'm telling you now, man. I'm actually putting up a poll tonight because I'm doing commentary, right? So I'm gonna get people to pick me fucking drink for the night.
Fucking hell, that's brave, isn't it?
I'm putting options down.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Spirits, beer. I guess spirits. You're a spirit man, aren't you?
Of everything.
You're an everything man.
Weeks, though. That's the main thing.
The only thing I don't like is fucking wine. That's the only thing. Unless it's free, I'm not fucking drinking it.
Or Echo Falls.
Yeah. That's it. I've had some bad experiences on wine. Really have. Like the worst one was my work Christmas do for the last job, like 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Free bottle of wine. We was drinking loads of other shit, but free bottle of wine done me in to the point where I went back to my hotel room at about 4 o'clock in the morning. I woke up to like throw up, got to the toilet. Apparently thought the fucking sink was the toilet, threw up in the sink. Obviously went back to bed, woke up the next morning, realised there's a massive fucking load of sick in the sink. So I tried to drain it, put the taps on and shit, get the sick down, which I did. But what I realised was the sick was jammed in the pipe. So every time you put the tap on, the fucking sink would just fill up, without putting the fucking tap on. Putting the plug in, sorry. So I blocked the pipe with my sick and it's fucking stunk. So... and I left it, and my work got charged, and they paid for it as well, so that's all right.
The most disgusting thing that ever happened to me with red wine was I drank a full bottle of red wine, yeah?
Christ.
Fucking downed it. Was drunk, went over to some board's gaff, went down on it, and I threw up on her pussy, and it looked like she had a period.
Oh, God. Fucking hell.
Haven't touched this stuff since.
Yeah, red wine, I can't. Do you know what it is with red wine? Red wine, it's the fucking smell of it. It's like, it's vinegary, innit? Kind of thing.
A little bit, man, a little bit. It's not right, like. And all these bitches out here drinking that and gin. They're harder than we are, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's horrible, man. Horrible. Like, I don't know how fucking these, like, middle-aged housewives do it, to be honest with you. How they can fucking...
2 glasses a day? It's good
for down.
No, it's not.
like down those glasses of wine and still maintain a house. Don't know how they do it, mate. Fucking hell.
Let's be real, most of them don't maintain a house.
No, that's true, you know. That is true.
They think they do.
They do a bit of ironing and they think they're a fucking domestic goddess, you know what I mean? Fucking hell.
Ironing takes about 15 minutes. They drag it out for 3 hours.
And if they drag everything out, though, like getting ready, it takes me 10 minutes to get ready and I look all right. With them, it's like a fucking hour later, I'm fucking, you know what I mean? It's absolute piss take. Exactly. It's an absolute piss take. Absolute piss take. We might do some more topical videos on the channel, by the way. So, like, I'm going to try and leave politics just because. But, yeah, just random videos about not boxing related. I thought about doing it. There's a topic I've got in mind I want to start with, which I don't want to give away now. But I'll give away the topic, but I'm not going to talk about it. But can a man be friends with a girl or a woman?
Yeah.
See, I've got my own opinion on it. I'm going to make a video about it.
I mean, I think so myself. But that's only because I've got mates that are female.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't touch them, mate.
Is it because they're ugly?
A couple of them, yeah. One of them because I know where she's been. But at the same point, they're sound as hell.
Yeah.
And you can use them for other reasons. But then again, I guess that's not really friendship if you're using them, is it?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, as in being friends with a woman, aka you don't fuck them. I realised this the other year. Like, I was friends with this girl for a while, and I went out now and again with her, and I realised to myself, why am I buying you like dinner when I'm not going to fuck you?
Hold on. And you can find this topic on Blue Collar Sports TV. In a video coming soon. Mad fuck.
But yeah, I don't get why I'm paying for your fucking dinner when I've got no interest in fucking you. What's in it for me? You know what I mean? It's like, if I want to talk to somebody about something interesting, I'm going to talk to my boys. Do you know what I mean? It's anyway, I've got more to elaborate on, but when I'm sober, obviously. But yeah, there's a few things like that I want to talk about just to change it up a bit. Have a bit of a laugh, get demonetized, get blacklisted. You know how it is.
I'm actually making a channel for the diet I'm going on. I'm going to be doing the carnivore diet and I'm going to be doing workouts.
Good idea, man. That's a good idea.
I'm going to vlog everything, whether it's shopping for food. Like, I'm going to be doing vlogs, whether it's shopping for food, at the gym, eating, just chatting. Just whatever, man.
Yeah, I've meant to go to the gym, but I've still not fucking done it. Fucking hell. Yeah, Angel Rivas. Fuck being friends. I'm only interacting with women when they put out. Yes, sir. Angel Rivas in the chat. Yes, sir. First time I've seen you here, so welcome, brother.
Hold on. Is it Angel or is it Angel?
Very good point. Very good point. Mr. Rivas, we will say for now. Mr. Rivas.
Dale Anthony Cook says, this is shit, lads, talk boxing. Right, what do you want us to talk about, mate?
Joshua Ruiz, I guess. We've spoke about Joshua Ruiz till the cows come home. I'm not really sure how to elaborate any further, if I'm being completely honest. I am picking Joshua on points, if you want my prediction. A narrow points win. He'll have some bad moments. He might get hurt, but I think he'll come through it. And by hook or by crook, he will win the fight on points.
I think it'll be narrow on my card and your card, Del.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be kind of wide-ish on the judges' scorecards.
Yeah. Oh, it's Angel. What did I say? Angel. Yeah. Yeah, first one. I think we said Angel first.
Perfecting Hunter. We spoke about that too.
Yeah, we spoke about Perfecting Hunter, Dale. Again, both of us like the fight. We can see a way where both guys win. Multiple different scenarios.
He's going for Hunter via points.
Yep.
I'm going for Hunter via very late stoppage, round 11 or 12, in a very competitive fight. But Povetkin can knock him out and he can win on points with a couple of knockdowns.
Yep, exactly. I agree. I don't think any outcomes out of the realms of possibility, to be honest. Whether it's Hunter points, Hunter knockout, Povetkin points, a bit more unlikely in my opinion, or a Povetkin knockout, because all these scenarios happening. Even a draw is a good shout, like Mark said earlier. It's a good shout. It's a very good fight, man, ultimately. I mean, if I had my last £10, I wouldn't want to bet on that fight, to be honest.
If I had my last £10, I'd be betting on Dillian White versus Vac.
Malius Vac.
And Hrgovic both for the stoppage feet on the double.
Yeah. Yeah, Max Kuckerman with the super chat. AJ needs PEDs to have a shot against Chubby Man Ruiz. Fuck you now. I mean, I can't exactly argue. We all know the story with Joshua. I mean, TUEs, whether you believe it or not. Again, I think silence means silence is kind of speaks louder than words at times. They've never really addressed it, in my opinion. But again, I think all these guys are on fucking PEDs. Wilder, Fury, Usyk, all of these guys are on something, man. All of them. So, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Simple Train, he's left a comment for you, by the way.
What's the comment?
So he's talking about the carnivore diet. He's been on it for years.
I'm getting on it. I'm actually getting on it, mate.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I know Jordan Peterson, he speaks a lot about it. I quite like Jordan Peterson.
I'm starting it soon, man. I'm looking forward to it. Been doing bits and pieces here and there, and yeah, it should be good.
Philamus Lofi, which is bigger, Wilder Fury or Joshua Ruiz 2? Joshua Ruiz 2. No doubt, in my opinion. Worldwide, Joshua Ruiz 2.
It's kind of self-explanatory. They've got like a 60 million gate from Saudi. DAZN's putting 35 million, and Sky are going to do $1 million pay-per-view at £30 million. I mean, it's grossing over 100 mil.
Yeah, like when you like, people were saying these purses are fake. When you actually break it down, site fee, UK pay-per-view, other territories with their pay-per-view money, yeah, this fight, they can easily pay those purses.
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
Easy money.
People are saying, oh, Joshua's not getting 60 million. Conceivably, he could.
He might be getting 60, 70, 80 million. He might be.
Yeah. I don't think it's out of the realms of possibility at all. It's a high-grossing fight. They paid a lot of fucking money for it.
I'll tell you now, if he actually knocks out Andy Ruiz, it's massive.
Yeah. For his star power, it is massive, yeah.
I think it's a statement because I think Ruiz's chin is legit.
His chin is. I mean, he got dropped, obviously, in the first fight. That was a massive shot, but he was never hurt.
When he got up and he took... You see, I think Joshua could have stopped him when he got up and he got that right hand off, but he didn't land the hook after that right. If he had landed that hook, Ruiz would have been in trouble.
Yeah, but how Ruiz got up, man, was very impressive. Like, you could tell he wasn't hurt, but you are right. Like, if his follow-up was a bit better, you never know what could have happened. But, again, that's a good... I'll tell you what would be very interesting. If Joshua drops Ruiz early to see how Joshua reacts. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
To see how he kind of goes about his business. Does he kind of sit back and pop that jab and look for his openings, or will he go for the same thing again? Because I've said it before, I think Joshua's got a fighter's ego. Where if he hurts somebody, he wants to finish them. It's his instinct. And we've seen that get him in trouble on numerous times. I mean, maybe he'll do it again. But
you know, 48 hours from now, the fight will be ending.
I know, right? It's crazy, isn't it? I can't wait, man. I really can't fucking wait.
It's really turned most people into casuals. Even the most hardcore of hardcore.
Yeah.
It really does do that to you.
But I don't care what anybody says. Like, we all like a good boxing match. We'll talk about lower level fighters or more unknown fighters, but there's nothing like a fight like this. Do you know what I mean?
Where you're not sure.
Yeah, well, you're not sure, but even the event, man, the size of the event, people who you never knew watched boxing talk about boxing. Like at work today, people were asking me about the fight and shit like that. Like, that never happens, and that's refreshing. I like that sort of fight. It doesn't happen often. Like, I can count like on one hand, or one hand, when people have asked me about boxing who I don't really who don't talk boxing. So like at work I'm talking about. So in the last 5 years I can probably name 5 occasions where they've asked me, "Oh, what about this fight this weekend?" And this is one of them.
So you know what I mean? Around people or whatever, they kind of know boxing, so you were like the boxing guy, yeah?
Yeah. And they're like, yeah, like there's not many fights that can do that. A lot of people are into this fight. This week it's really gone into overdrive over here. A lot of people are talking about it. Who's going to win? You know, it was the first time a fluke. Is Joshua a hype job? And blah, 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 blah. A lot of people are writing Joshua off, like, casuals. Oh, Joshua's no good. It's interesting. It really is. And I've got no fucking clue. Honestly. So I'm looking forward to it. Nobody wants to see a fight they know the result for, ultimately.
Here's the other thing, though. You could be looking at this fight, right? And saying to yourself, we're giving Joshua the benefit of a doubt from the first performance. And that's kind of what you're doing. You're giving him the benefit of a doubt. Because if you don't give him the benefit of a doubt, Ruiz is beating the shit out of him again.
That's a very good point.
You've never seen either guy fight before, and you only saw the first fight.
Why would you pick Joshua?
Beating the shit out of him.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So,
exactly.
If you've never watched boxing before, and the first fight you tuned into was AJ Ruiz 2, you're going to be wondering what was the big deal about this guy.
100%.
What is it? Yeah, he dropped the guy, but he got the dog shit beaten out of him by the fat Mexican kid.
He got fucked up, didn't he?
And Andy Ruiz talks like he just entered puberty as well, by the way. Have you heard how
I know. Yeah, I know. It's fucking hilarious.
I love that he's trolling Eddie Hearn every time he opens his mouth, though. Like, I want to thank Eddie Hearns for the opportunity. And you see him look at Eddie with the smile on his face, and Eddie's pissed because Andy knows his name is Hearn. He called him Hearn once on purpose. And he's just gone, I want to thank Eddie Hearns for this great opportunity and Uncle Al Heyman.
Oh dear, it was jokes, man. It's like, and still to Joshua's face. It's fucking hilarious, man. Yeah, he played a blinder last time in terms of the mental games, like the mind games. Like he kind of made himself to be like a joke almost, like not a threat at all. He kind of almost lulled Joshua into a false sense of security. Now this time around, he's kind of going the other route where he's kind of insinuating Joshua as a quitter. He's got no heart. He's going to retire him. It's interesting to hear Ruiz speak. I think he's one of these guys. He doesn't sound intelligent. He's not very eloquent, but I think he says what he says for a reason. I think he's quite cerebral in that manner. Do you know what I mean?
I think Andy Ruiz is literally a babyface assassin.
He's a button. He's a button pusher.
He's so vicious, isn't he?
He is. He knows what he's saying. He knows what he's doing.
And he does.
He's calculated. He's very calculated.
He does it in the nicest way. Johnny Nelson just looks at him. Are you going to end this career? I think I am. Yeah, I have to. Yeah, that would piss you off, wouldn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Like that kid used to get bullied at school. Let's not beat around the bush. Like,
didn't last very long though. As soon as he got into his teen years, he was beating people up on the street.
Yeah, if you picked on that kid, you're going to get fucked up. But yeah, Ruiz, man, I think he's played a blinder. Again, this time around, he's hard to read, but he is convincing. He is convincing, man. And like I've said, I've thought about changing my pick loads of times this week. I thought about making a new video and picking Ruiz, but sticking with Joshua. But yeah, no cat boxing. Joshua is a seat sniffer.
That's Adam Smith.
That's Adam Smith. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there was actually an interview this week with Adam Smith, right? And he pulled a certain face, and it's the funniest thing in the world. The fucking comments in the OFL section when they seize your laptop and everything. His eyes get really wide and big, and he looks like he's about to prey on somebody. I'm telling you, man, he doesn't fucking. And did you see him talking on OFL about AJ's thighs? This is the memes have already gone. This is Adam Smith reporting for Thai Sports News.
Fucking hell, he's a creep, penny, old Adam Smith. He watches some really weird fucking porn. 100%. Like he watches some weird. Yeah, I do. Not recently.
He's Randy Marsh. I'm telling you. Do you remember when he ended up in the camp and there was no internet and he finally gets onto a computer and he fucking starts whacking it off to Brazilian fire porn and everything like that?
Yeah, that's fucking Adam Smith, mate.
Come in and he's like, after he busted his massive butt, it was an ectoplasm. That's Adam Smith.
Fuck me. Man, I can't wait this weekend, man. It's going to be good. It's a good December, to be fair. It's a pretty good December.
It's been a good year. The end of the year has been lit.
Yeah. Basically, June 1st onwards has been fucking sick. It's been sick, man. TFEMO.
Very fucking horde, like.
Was that March, maybe?
It was a fucking great fight, too.
That was a very good fight. Do you know TFEMO Kome, man? I'm fucking looking forward to that. Yeah, I'll be honest, man. I'm second guessing myself now. I was going Kome all the way through, but I don't know, man. I think that's going to be an absolute war.
I got Kome, but yeah, you're right.
It's a fucking war. It's a good card, to be fair. I know Crawford, Kavalauskas isn't necessarily super competitive, but it's Crawford. You know, Conlan's in a fight where, you know, fighting the guy who robbed him or who he got robbed against. So it's a good card. MSG.
I want to answer this. No Cat Boxing says, how can AJ be a bigger star than Wilder when Wilder fights in America? Right. Never mind the 138,000. Let's say Wilder did the 250,000 that some people are claiming, right? And you multiply that by $75 a pop. So 70 by 250K. It's roughly around 14, 17, 18 million. We're looking at about 18 million there, right? That's what he grossed. AJ versus Povetkin. Not even Klitschko. Povetkin did 1.3 million. That's 26 million pounds. It's about $21 million. That's $13 million more. If you take Wilder's 2 pay-per-views and you compare them to Joshua's very first ever pay-per-view with Dillian White and the pay-per-view from Povetkin, Joshua's grossed more than that. That's sad.
Yeah, I think he's trolling, by the way. But yeah, I mean, the site fee alone for this Joshua rematch says it all, really, to be honest. The site fee alone. I mean, we can argue till the cows come home who would win that fight. My answer to that is very different to who's a bigger star. Joshua is clearly a bigger star than Wilder. It's not even a debate. People shouldn't even, you know, put that question out there. It's not a debate. But you know, it is what it is. People would like to believe it's true that Wilder's a bigger star. He's not. He's not the biggest star in America, bruv. I mean, who's the biggest star in US boxing, counting Hispanic fighters? Is Canelo by a long, long way. I mean, it's don't even want to engage these people. No Cat Boxing, how can AJ be a star when he doesn't fight in America? Look at the fucking money. Cash is king, son. Cash is king. 100%. What does they say? People lie, numbers don't. A Floyd quote, which is true. You're not going to get paid the most if you're not bringing in the most. It's really that simple. It's not a fucking socialist society. It's not a fucking, oh, let's just give Joshua the money because it's Joshua. No, he's bringing in the money. He's bringing in the interest. He's bringing in the pay-per-view sales, the ticket sales, the advertising. He's the biggest star.
Ruiz is gay?
He's a weirdo. I'll tell you that much. He's a fucking weirdo.
He comes across kind of gay. And that's probably how he learned to fight. You're not gay in like the cholo industry. You need to know how to fight.
The cholo industry. See, I always thought If Andy Ruiz wasn't a boxer, he would have shot up a school in America by now. 100%.
Jesus Christ, man.
He would have been a school shooter. Doesn't he look like one? To me, he does. Like,
no, they're never fat.
That is true. Yeah, that they're not usually fat.
They haven't been fat. The guys haven't. The one girl was, but the guys haven't been. The guys are always these like skinny guys who look like they have acne trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. Maybe I'm being harsh on Ruiz Jr. Maybe I'm being harsh.
Yeah, no, on behalf of fat guys, we ain't shooting up schools.
Fucking hell. Max Kuckerman.
It's more like, I'll tell you the truth. It's more likely that he probably would have gotten some girl pregnant and then like lost his child and then tried to kill her. That's more likely, and this is speaking on behalf of fat guys. So that's happening.
Oh Christ!
It looks like he was involved in a murder.
Murder. Good old Andy Ruiz. He's a fucking monster. Savage.
He's a beast, though, man. Like, as much shit as we give him, for a guy to be that overweight, to be technically that fit is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. He's a hell of an athlete. I watched some of his like training when he was like, you know, just doing various drills and whatnot. He's fucking quick. He's athletic, man. He's no slouch. You see a fat guy in the gym do that, you'd be fucking gobsmacked.
Oh, yeah, I'm gobsmacked.
You know what I mean?
That fat guy in the gym knocked out fucking Joshua.
But
that's what happened.
Yeah, Ruiz, man, he makes it work for himself. The only thing with that is eventually you would imagine it's going to catch up with him. Like, I don't think he'll go on for long. Eventually, surely his body's going to take the toll of it. And he's 30 now, so when you're carrying that weight, when you get to that age, theoretically, surely your body starts to break down. But maybe Ruiz is just different. But I can't see Ruiz being around for long, even if he beats Joshua again. I think he'll be short and sweet for Ruiz, to be honest. But we'll see, man. Andy Ruiz is built like a Mexican Max Kuckerman. Fucking hell. Yeah, crazy D3. Yeah, Ruiz gave Holyfield some good sparring. Yeah, man. Fucking crazy, isn't it? They sparred years ago as well.
Andy Ruiz is a very good fighter.
Yeah, man. He's a fucking... He's a great addition to the division, man. He really is.
And I know a lot of people are saying that, like, Joshua should be beating him, blah, 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 blah. I'll be honest with you. With the way Joshua was fighting in that fight, and the way he fought a lot of his other fights, that style will not cook it against Andy Ruiz. It just won't. I'm not overrating Andy Ruiz, but if you let him counter you in the pocket, he'll fuck your world up.
Yeah, the worst thing... Yeah, I agree, man. The worst thing you can do is try and take centering against Ruiz and try and set your feet and punch with him. That's a rookie error, man. You're going to come off second best. Unless you land a clean shot, you're going to come off second best.
You can take the center of the ring if you're able to establish a jab. Like, I mean, Klitschko style.
Yeah. I don't think Joshua can do that.
Klitschko would be a nightmare for Ruiz.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
The one who, like, especially with this referee.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think Fury would be a terrible fight for Ruiz, to be honest.
Then again, Fury doesn't like guys who are able to fight on the inside either.
No, Ruiz is a good fighter, man.
Chisora, didn't he? But
yeah,
McDermott fucked him up. Chisora in the first fight gave him trouble. And let's be real, Otto Wallin,
yeah, exactly.
You know what? I really, really, really would like to see Otto Wallin versus Martin Bakoli.
Very good fight. Yeah, I'd watch that. Yeah, even Otto Wallin versus Hrgović is a decent step up.
Oh, that's a big fucking task.
See, what I know a lot of people are liking Otto Wallin now, and he's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong, but I do think
I liked him.
some are going over the top, in my opinion. I guess time will tell. I guess ultimately time will tell. But
I said he was going to lose, and that it wouldn't be competitive, and I was wrong. But I said that he's not as bad as people are making him out to be. That he knocked the fuck out of Tom Schwartz because he destroyed Adrian Granat, and Granat's good.
That's what I said in my preview as well. My whole preview was basically: is it as bad as Tom Schwartz? No. But is this guy like a top 10, top 15 heavyweight? No. That was my kind of thing on him. But
what about now? I think he could be fringe 15th.
Maybe 15th. Yeah, maybe.
Like, who'd be the 15th place right now? Miller's coming back and all that. Would it be Caballel?
That's a good fight, you know. Caballel Wallin. Yeah, I'd take that. But yeah, I'd say Caballel's been so inactive, man. He's done fuck all since Chisora, basically. Absolutely fuck all. So outside the top 10, it gets thin. Let's be honest. If we don't talk about prospects, it gets really thin.
Outside the top 10?
Yeah. Well, outside the top 6, really. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Starts to get thin.
I don't think so. I don't think it's thin because you go through, like, I can name you a lot of guys right now, and you'll start thinking, hang on a sec. So, like, you've got Joshua Ruiz, Wilder, White, Fury, Povetkin, Ortiz, Rivas,
yeah,
Kovnatsky, Kubra Pulev, Michael Hunter.
Yeah, you have got guys, to be fair.
It's actually good.
Do you know what fight I'd love to see?
I didn't even name Parker, Joe Joyce, Hergovich, Dubois.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad, but
it's actually quite good.
Do you know what fight I'd love to see would be Rivas Chisora, man. That'd be a sick fight.
I'll tell you a fight I'd love to see. I would love, and I would pay money, and I would pay pay-per-view, and I would buy a ticket for Jarrell Miller versus Joe Joyce.
Yeah, that's a sick fight. I think Miller beats him. All I'm saying, let's say Miller's still as good as he was on PEDs, which he's probably not, but the last Miller we saw, I think, beats Joe Joyce.
And on the other card, we have Adam Kovnatsky.
Fat boy from Poland.
Versus Del Boy.
Fucking hell. See, I'd like to see Kovnatsky versus fucking... Who would I like to see Kovnatsky fight?
Put him in a war, mate.
Chisora again. Just put anybody in with Chisora.
I'll tell you now, Kovnatsky versus Takam would be tasty.
That's a sick fight. Yeah, that's a very good fight. Kovnatsky, Rivas. I think Rivas knocks Kovnatsky out. Straight up. I think Rivas is very good. Not very good, but he's good.
Let's just get a mauler of a card on the go. Like, let's put, like, Hergovich. Hergovich Yoka.
Good fight.
Dubois versus Jagba. Povetkin versus Rivas.
Good fight.
White versus fucking Miller.
Good fight.
And Joe Joyce versus Adam Kovnatsky.
All good fights. See, I like all those fights.
That's the card of the decade.
But the thing with heavyweights, a lot of these guys, man, so I'm talking about like the contenders, they don't fight each other enough. They don't fight a fellow contender to try and get a title shot. All they'll do is they'll stay busy, but they won't really step it up and risk it. It's like Kovnatsky fighting the likes of Chris Arreola. Yeah, it was a good fight, but I mean, he should be fighting guys in the top 10, guys in and around, 6 to 10 rankings, but those sort of guys.
I'd be happy with 15 to 6, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be cool with Adam Kovnatsky versus Caballel.
Good fight. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Fights like that.
Kubra Pulev versus Michael Hunter.
Yeah.
It's a boring ass fight, but I'm telling you, it's a skilled one.
I'll tell you what. I'll be glad when Pulev loses. I'm sick of the guy. I liked Pulev a few years back, but he's got worse and worse and worse, man.
Put him in there with fucking Rivas.
Yeah, exactly. Someone who can punch. Someone who's explosive. Fucking...
Someone who's got one eye so that the jab doesn't matter.
Rydell Booker, who lost to James Toney in 2004. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Why? I know what they're doing. They're just going to cash out, but that's all they're doing. He doesn't even want to box anymore, Kubrat Pulev. Does he fuck? He knows that money's like that. There's a big payday coming up. I don't blame him, to be honest. I can't really cuss him out. I don't blame him. But just hanging around too long, Pulev. Get him out of here.
Put him in there with Usyk.
Yeah, Usyk. What I say is get all these old boys, Povetkin, Ortiz, Pulev. We need one more, but get these old boys, put them in a tournament. All the losers can fuck off, and the winner can have one more big fight. I'm just sick of these guys, man. Just get them all out of here.
Award the winner of the world title for you.
I wouldn't be mad, to be honest.
But put one prospect in there for the crack.
Put Slow Joyce in there. He's an old prospect.
Nah. Put Dubois in it.
He's fighting as well in December. Dubois?
Fujimoto,
yeah. Sounds like a fucking dodgy moped. Oh, do you like my Fujimoto? It's fucking really quick.
I thought it sounded more like a dodgy camera.
Yeah, that's a bootleg fucking camera you fucking picked up from Camden Market. You know.
It's meant to be Fujitsu Siemens, but it's a Fujimoto.
Fuck
like
you now.
Dodgy camera phone.
Yeah, man, crazy, isn't it? Fuck me. It's like the cheapest fucking cell phone you find in Argos or something. The Fujimoto 3000. But yeah.
Speaking of new phones, man, I got a new phone. Finally.
What you got?
Huawei P30 Pro.
A lot of people are on the old Huawei's now, aren't they? I've seen a lot of people go that route.
I love my Chinese spy camera. Rather the Chinese spy on me than the Americans, to be fair.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. Can't argue.
At least the Chinese aren't complaining about it.
Yeah, exactly. They ain't going to see much. All they're going to see with me is me jacking off and fucking not much else, really. Do you know what I mean? So
all the Chinese are gonna realize when they see me on a daily basis is that white men really do have bigger dicks than Asians.
Fucking hell. Exactly.
I'm getting tired, like, so it's all coming now, boys.
Jesus Christ. Sir Long Dong Jimmy Mack in the chat. Shout out to you, sir. I see you in Johnny's streams and Unrivaled. Shout out, man. Glad you're here.
I would ace Nigella Lawson.
Yeah, Nigella would get it, man. She is nice. For a 56-year-old.
She's 50 fucking 900 years of age. She is getting it, man.
Yeah, you'd smash the dust off her, mate.
She's hotter than a lot of 20-year-olds.
She is. She fucking takes care of herself. I mean, she could. Oh, mate, she'd be a good fuck. She can cook. But what do you want?
Mate, she literally only eats desserts and meat.
I know, right?
Literally, she'll eat your sausage with cream.
What more do you want? What more do you want, man? So
I cracked one off to her once on a cooking show when I was like 14.
Yeah, I've cracked one off to her. Can't lie. Not recently, of course.
Off more than one. We can't even lie.
No, genuinely. I know I've knocked off to her once, but I don't think any more than that.
Nah, I don't know what it is, man. You see a hot woman with a cake and you're a fat boy, your dick's going to go through the roof it is.
Man, she is nice though. She does fucking well. Like how good she looks at that age is mad. I'd call anybody crazy for wanting to fuck a 56-year-old, but she's the exception to the rule. Like she is fucking out there.
England's asking us to say her name again. Nigella Lawson.
I'll put it in the chat. 1 second. Nigella. Fucking spelling it wrong. Tell I've had a few fucking drinks. Jesus Christ.
Nigella.
Yeah. There we go. But yeah, she's nice. She's stacked. She's got big tits, nice big ass. She can cook. What more do you want?
Now, she could lick the fucking chrome off of a belt buckle. She could.
Man, she is nice, man. Can't lie. She's out there. She's nice, man. She's nice.
Face.
Yeah, she'd get dicked, in all honesty. Can't lie.
Reggie dresses now. I guarantee you, though, the second all of that comes off, it's all starting to sag and there's like liver spots randomly everywhere.
Probably, yeah. And at that point, you'd reassess your fucking... Your fucking, I don't know.
No, you wouldn't. Not at that point. After you fucked her, you'd reassess what you've done to yourself.
Yeah, we've all been there, actually.
And then you can realise that you can just say, you know what? Nobody else knows this. I'm just going to say I shagged Nigella Lawson, and that's that.
Exactly.
Everybody's going to think that I'm a king.
Exactly. And we've all been there with females. Like, you know, like when you're in the club or just talking to a girl in general, you know, you look at her and you're like, she really ain't all that. But at the same time, we'll see how it goes. And when you actually do it and it's, you know, it's wrong, but you still do it anyway. We've all been there, man. We've all had shags we regret or we wish we didn't do it. I've had a few shags where I said to myself after, why did I do that? I didn't need it. She was a fucking pig. Why did I put myself through that? But I did anyway. So
I've had some shags where I ended up like having a really hot shower to the point where my skin was starting to melt just to get the top off of me. You know, the ones where your skin starts to peel.
Yeah.
And you still look green.
Yeah, I remember once fucking a chick. This is when I was a lot younger, but I remember when she took her fucking clothes off and she took her pants off. Like, I swear down I could smell like fish, bro. I swear to fucking God, when I was ploughing her, she fucking smelled weird. Like, honestly, just weird. I can't. It's not even. No, fish is.
Can you stop talking about trout fanny?
Fish is the wrong word. It's not even fish, man. It's like, I can't explain it. It's a really, really weird smell. I guess it's like stale, isn't it? I don't know how to explain it, but. So I was fucking her, man. And all of a sudden, I got this woof of fucking smell. And I still went through with it, obviously, but...
You smell like gas.
Yeah, I guess. Like...
Oh, man, she had chlamydia, though.
It was a long time ago, so I doubt I have it.
That's chlamydia, fam.
If I do have it, I've given it to a lot of other people, mate. So it's all good. Sharing's caring. Do you know what I mean?
Caring, that's grand, Leach.
Exactly, man. Fuck me.
Right now, man, I've got Mr. Krabs down my jokes.
Yeah, I'm like that sometimes. You know what I mean? But
I'm joking, man. I don't have crabs.
I probably have all sorts. I reckon I've got something that I'm not aware of.
He was about to give it away, lads. Del has ball sores. He's got scabs on his nuts.
Fucking hell, I've done some fucking absolute skanks in my time. Not so much recently. I've really kind of got a lot better recently, but like when I was younger, honestly, I fucked some absolute cunts.
It's like a packet of Rebels.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're gonna get every time you fucking get into one.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there's the orange. Oh, there's the caramel. Oh, there's the. Oh, fuck! I got the fucking shitty coffee flavor one. Oh, that's rotten.
Exactly, like with women, like we all have our ones we regret, but at the same time, there's like the ones we say to ourselves, "How the fuck did I pull that?" Like it swings and roundabouts, you know. It's like what Forrest Gump once said: "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get."
Pussy is like a box of diseases.
It is.
You're playing Russian roulette. I'm telling you, man.
And if any lad here is still listening, take this from well, this is my opinion, of course, but the worst disease you can get from a female is a child. So rub her up, and your wallet will be safe.
I disagree with you. so bad. I'll tell you now, and this is from personal experience. The worst sexually transmitted disease isn't the child; it's child support.
Exactly. There we go. Child support. Be safe. Pull out. Or in an ideal world, suit up. But none of us have got time for that. So pull out. There we go. What can we say? Bad taste in women. To me, that is debatable. I mean, I've got a bad taste in women when I'm drunk. I'll give you that. But when I'm sober, I'm pretty picky. You know.
Del, I've played Smash or Pass with you. When you're sober, and this is on my channel, and I can go and I can bring receipts. This is Dell's logic for women. He says, "Mate, I got to be honest with myself. If I wake up next to her in bed and she says, 'Are you coming for a fuck?' Let's be real, lads. I'm going to do it."
It is true. It is true. Yo.
And mate, don't make me tell them like a couple of the ones that you've said yes to. I'll give names and they'll go and it'll devastate your soul.
Fuck you know. No, it's true, man. It's true. Yeah, we've got Joseph. Yeah, exactly. Got Joseph Walker in the chat. Shout out to Joseph. Mr. Doc as well. Kids equals the worst STD of all time. 100%. But I agree. I agree with McGregor. It's more so for child support payments. But for child support payments,
you don't have to care about the kid. It's very fucking funny. Like, mom's gonna take care of it, but you're the one who's fucking giving her.
Oh, good question from Max, by the way. This is kind of directed to you. How many guys have won immediate rematches after being knocked out?
In the history of the sport, hundreds.
Yeah, Kovalev, Alvarez won. That's one example. It's hard to think off top, but it's been done.
Lennox. I mean, there's a lot. Like, Langford did it 6 times. I mean,
it can be done. It can be done. But, I mean, we'll see what happens, man. Oh, anybody shagged a mate's sister? No, but my mate's sister caught me wanking once. And yeah, I nearly got it.
On that question.
I got caught fapping, but I could have got of her as well, but I didn't out of respect. The worst thing was, mate, my mate's ex-girlfriend came on to me like she was a fucking pig though, so I obviously turned her down. But that's how these women are, man. Anything to get at you, like obviously that's to get at my mate. So I ain't gonna go there. Even if she was hot, I wouldn't have said no. I wouldn't have said yes as a slip of the tongue. But yeah, wouldn't have done it. But women are weird, man. But yeah, what can we say?
We have someone in the chat named Sexy Nigel.
Yo, what's up, Nigel Thornbury? Shout out to Nigel. Nutty Nigel. He thinks Joshua's going to get sliced apart. It could happen.
Nigel Thornbury is the greatest fucking cartoon character. I don't care what anyone says. He's the fucking GOAT.
That guy's a legend, man. Fucking hell. What was that program called, though? That's what beats me. I know the guy's name, but what was he in?
The Wild Thornberrys.
That was it. The Wild Thornberrys. That was it. I watched that as a kid.
Fucking kid, Donnie.
Yep.
Gone on a wild one.
Yeah. Cramp Twins as well when I was a kid.
Smashing.
Fuck me.
That was meant to be for kids, but it turned out adults loved it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's how you know it's a good cartoon, though. If adults kind of like it as well, they've done something right with like innuendos and shit like that, you know, so it can relate to both audiences. But that's why The Simpsons did so well, I guess. I know it wasn't so much on innuendos, but it was just relatable, you know. But I'm not a cartoon person. I like Family Guy. That's really it. But cartoons weren't the same They're not the same now as they were when I was kids.
Ah, no, man, they ruined cartoons the second they started turning them into porn.
Yeah, fucking all these. That's the Asians for you, mate. You know. I'm joking. I'm fucking joking. But yeah, I know what you mean. Like we've all been on porn sites.
In the chat, man.
Yeah, George Michael was always here, man. He's got his Christmas #1 coming out soon. So
Last Christmas, I died from a cold.
He's got his Christmas song coming out, so he's busy. He's a busy man. He's he's getting his royalties this year again. Big up George Michael. Don't get caught in any cubicles, mate. You dirty bastard.
He's dead, isn't
he is dead, yeah. But no, George Michael, his spirit lives in this chat. Make no mistake about it. His spirit lives on.
Michael's song.
Bro, that's a very good question. Apart from the Christmas one, I couldn't tell you what one is. In all honesty.
I love your music, George. You gotta have faith, bro.
Gotta have faith, faith, faith. Is that the one?
Yeah, I love the start of it. It's so gay. It's just like, well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. I'm telling you right now, man. I should take that song, go onto Twitter, and get a load of fucking images of like Adam Smith doing creepy looks at people and shit, and put that song up. Like, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body.
You wouldn't be short of material with Adam Smith creepy photos, mate. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
Do you know what you could call the account?
Go on.
Behind the laptop with Adam Smith.
Yeah, behind the laptop. Fucking hell. Jesus. Jesus Christ. Adam hard drive. Adam in like little his ring moniker, Adam, I know where Maddie is, Smith. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
Adam,
yeah, that's
the Portugal abductor. Smith. That Smith.
the Portugal abductor. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
I went too far with that one, mate. Look, if this was being monetized.
Oh no, it's gone.
It's definitely gone.
You say that. Honestly, some of the streams we've had and they've stayed monetized, I will never know. Other streams, I'll say a couple of swear words and they'll get demonetized straight away. It's weird. It's weird as fuck, but we'll go with it, man. We've got Jamstar in the chat, Mr. Doc. Yeah, Mr. Doc, it's the Wham George Michael, not the other dude you're mentioning. Yeah, the Wham guy. The singer. Yeah, BG Londoners. McGregor told me about that. Adam Smith likes AJ's thighs. Fucking hell. Creepy old cunt. Jesus.
Yeah. Did you see his thighs? They're so flexed to the bone. It was like Brendan Schaub.
That guy's a fucking weirdo, man.
Do you know what I would love to see? I would love to see Who Wants to Be a Smith, and it's Adam Smith going to orphanages to adopt. I think that'd be the best reality TV show of all time.
See, I want to see Adam Smith on like a dating show, like The Undateables. Just a whole episode dedicated to Adam Smith, and like he does like blind dating.
Him on Gogglebox watching Downton Abbey.
Fucking hell. Jesus
to be fair,
Christ.
Even though he fits narratives for Sky, he knows his boxing.
He does know his boxing. He does.
Way more than people think. Way more than people think. Because he's spinning narratives, right, though?
Yeah.
But when he comes away from the narrative spinning, you hear him talking about shit that isn't on Sky Sports, right? And has nothing to do with that, and it's not competition. That dude will rip nearly anybody apart on the planet when it comes to breaking down a fight.
He's good. No, I've said this, bro. Like with Sky, I don't like Sky's commentary, but I think Adam Smith, as a colour commentator, if he had the right people around him, he'd be decent.
He is actually good at it. It's just the narrative shit. But outside of that, he has one of the best voices in boxing.
He does. He does.
He's one of the creepiest looking bastards. I'm telling you right now, man. He's the Gary Glitter of the fucking commentary.
He's creepy, but yeah, he's not as bad as people say, I guess. But
you gotta have faith.
Mr. Doc, I will find out for you next time I do a live stream. I promise I'll have the answer.
What's the question?
Who's the chick in my avatar? I could find it, but I'm going to wrap this up in a minute. I like her Norks phone. She's got nice old Norks. She's going to be the avatar from now on, I think.
The mascot.
The mascot, yeah. Slutty McSlutpants.
The most known thing about you on YouTube, right? And I'm sorry about this because I think I actually started this. Is that you are in love with Michelle Joy Phelps because everybody says it about you.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like, oh, you love Michelle Joy Phelps. I'd fuck her. But
yeah, but I started that.
You probably did, actually.
When we were doing Misogyny and Mayhem.
Yeah, that needs to make a comeback, you know. Do you know what I mean?
We need the channel. We need the channel just for that isn't monetized because that will get us demonetized.
I reckon a Christmas special might have to come out, you know. You know what I mean? A little Christmas special to warm the souls and hearts of our viewers. You know, spread for Christmas cheer.
And you know that come Christmas time, all of the female thoughts in boxing are going to be uploading themselves in little Santa elf outfits and all that crap.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, Mohammed Imard Bruce Lee's in the chat. It's not Jodie Marsh. I know that much. I know that much. Like Jodie Marsh now looks like a fucking bag of fucking a plastic. I don't know what I'd call her. I'm trying to think of an analogy, but I can't think of one. She looks fucking terrible. In all honesty, I remember when I was like a 13-year-old boy, I used to wank to her silly, but these days, fucking hell, she's fucked.
I was never able to crack one off to Jordan, you know.
I could, Jordan. I'd still fucking now.
I never could.
You'd probably get something from it though, like if you fucked her.
No,
like,
Peter Andre's been in there, man. That pussy's gay riddled.
Oh dear, fucking hell, it's got HIV.
Danny Dora's been in there.
Everyone who hasn't been in there, that's the question. It's like fucking hell. Everyone's wrote on the wall on their way out, mate. Like Danny was here. No, I ain't been there. But if I was there, I'd leave my mark. You know what I mean? Yeah, everyone wrote on the wall on the way out. Danny was here. Dwight was here. Fucking Peter was here. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. She's really got more pricks than a second-hand dartboard.
I'm telling you right now, man, our fucking pussy's got more fingerprints on it than the FBI have on file.
Oh, she must be riddled. How she's not got AIDS yet is insane. It's madness. I think she's like got past the point where she can get AIDS. Like she's been dicked so many times. She's immune to all STDs. And her pussy's like fucking acid. Like anything that goes in there is barren. It kills it straight away. Do you know what I mean? It kills it straight off.
And hard and it'd be coming out looking like a 98-year-old outpatient in the fucking oncology ward.
You put your dick in there, you put your dick in there, he looks good, and you pull him out, he looks like Freddy Krueger, mate. You're fucked. So
he just comes out looking like the fucking hand from the dude at a scary movie too.
Fucking hell. Anyway, lads, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna wrap this one up. It's been fun. It's been fun talking absolute shit. It's been good having McGregor back on. We've not done a live stream in a long while. We've been mad busy, but I'll try and fire him up a bit more regularly. You know, I'll try and do it a bit more regularly, and we'll get more people on. But yeah, man, thank you for coming on. And by the way, lads, I'm sure you guys are all fucking aware, but Unrivaled Boxing Talk and News. Search them on YouTube. Give them a sub. Excellent channel. And on your way out,
for anybody who's an absolute dickhead.
And on your way out, smash the like. I apologise for the lack of professionalism in this stream. I've had a few to drink, and I've
apologise for lack of no fault.
Yeah, I boost myself up before I got on, Bo, in all honesty. But what can we say? I've had a good time. It's been fun. Gonna wrap this one up. Peace.
Peace, boys.